there we go. The 10,000 meter steeplechase. See the pace in this one is not what we are used to, and that shows you that this will be very, very fast.
Thank you, Greg. Here, as we look into this race, you come here after avoiding the water point, and you can see going into now 12 laps, and the first hurdle is there. They go over it. Conseslus Kipruto has decided to take lead on this one, controlling the pace, having a discussion with his compatriot as they go into the second hurdle. I love the way the athletes always go above the hurdle. This is one race. As a child, I remember watching the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, and I think that one was won by the team that had Moses Tanui. Not forgetting 1996 Atlanta, Georgia, 2000 in Sydney, going all the way 04 in Athens, Greece, 08 in Beijing, and 2012 in London. Now 16 in Rio, 2020, and now as we prepare for 2024 in Paris. Very great race, a very great race. Athletes now have this is the 3,000 meter steeplechase. They usually do 7.5 laps. Now they have 6 laps to go. Not forgetting at the 2020 we had Conseslus beating Bakari just by a whisker, and now getting back into his form. I'm expecting him to keep pushing and keep pushing. It's also a tactical race, Greg. This is not a race you just come and do a sprint on it. You have to preserve your energy as you're going above the hurdles. These are not just, it's not just running, and you have to be smart in your tactic. You have to be wary of where your competitors are. You have to be wary of the time. There's all those factors to look into as you go into participate into this, as they jump at the water place. And this is a very, 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 I'm not sure about time whether they're first, but we'll try and get their splits in the next run. Greg, do you have a different approach from what they're doing? Will the pace remain like this? Will they go faster? Will they slow it down?
Definitely we'll see the pace increase after the fourth lap, because you know that is where the split begins, and all athletes will be trying to size up themselves towards the last 800 meters, which is very, very defining. And as you can see here, it's all about experience and strategy. And you can see up to the moment it's Lawrence in the lead, with Benjamin Keegan also closing in. But then look at when Conseslus Kipruto really trying hard to ensure that he doesn't disappoint again. Remember, he's at times been disappointing. Remember last year during the Olympic trials rather, he fell off after the fourth laps. But then look at this one. All these athletes know the mission ahead. Dethrone Bakali from all the things he's been doing since the end of 2019. And you can see right now all these athletes trying really, really hard after the water jump. And clearly it's well within strategy. And it is Abraham Kibiwot in the lead right now. Kirui coming in second. But then Conseslus not letting it go. I think today he's decided that he wants to show the nation what he's made of.
Yes, Greg, Conseslus is looking at Kibiwot and thinking, bro, it's either we're going to Oregon together or I'm going to Oregon without you. So if you move, I move. So that's the tactic. That's what is employed going into this race with 4 laps to go. I'm guessing now that's 3.5 going into the hurdle just before the water jump. Kibiwot still leading with Conseslus Kipruto following, and Lawrence Kipsang by just right above his shoulder.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see all these athletes, each of them having their own right into the water jump, heading into the 3.5 laps to go. And you can look, Abraham Kibiwot still in the lead, but then Conseslus still hanging in there. And you can see it's really, really close. And Kibiwot in the lead. Conseslus in second place, and it's Lawrence Kipsang in the third position. I can't see Benjamin Keegan in the picture at the moment, and he's one of the favorites in this one. But then Conseslus Kipruto taking matters into his own hands. I think he knows that he has a world championship to defend, and he knows what to do. First of all, Athletics Kenya said, even if you are the champion of the world, come home and try it out. And that is enough motivation for these athletes.
I'm loving what Conseslus is doing. Right before each and every hurdle, he increases his pace, so he has a better opportunity coming at the landing. He's way ahead of all the other jumpers, all the other athletes, considering his jumping style is usually very unique, Greg.
Yeah, very unique, and I think is I can say, a good student of Ezekiel Kemboi.
I remember that time there was a qualifiers at Nyayo where things were not really going well, and he beat Kemboi in that qualifiers, and Kemboi was very animated in that defeat.
Yeah, I remember very well. I attended the trials, and Kemboi was like, "You pushed me." No, you pushed me, and then they talked and talked, and I think it was one of the defining moments. Remember, it's 2 laps to go in the 3,000 meter steeplechase final.
I'm looking at 500 meters to go. 500, not 500, no, like more like 700 meters to go, because like they're going to the 600 meter mark. When they just click there, they'll be going to the 600 meter mark. Oh, and we have someone new at the front. Kirwa's taken. Geoffrey Kirwa has taken the lead. Geoffrey Kirwa, he's decided, I also want to make it to Oregon. So, Greg, everyone wants that flight to Oregon. So, Kirwa takes lead. I'm looking at Conseslus is right there. Kibiwot is there. And Kipsang is also there. Going to the bell right now. Going to the bell. Now it's all about what amount of... There goes the bell. What amount of energy have you stored? Conseslus knows. Even when I was looking at him last month when he was here for the Kip Keino Classic, he wasn't that good. Today is much better, and he's pushing. It's now Kirwa and Kipruto. Kipruto going into now 3 more hurdles with 1 water point. Now going into, we have now less than 300 meters. Kipruto has to be tactical. He's just been left out of that hurdle. He has to be smart. Now they're going into the 200 meter mark. This is the Ayak going over the hurdle. Kirwa is there. Kipruto. Now going. He's already indicated. We know what he means by that. Greg. Going into the last hurdle. Kipruto. Are they not done? I did not understand why they allowed it to end that way. Kipruto did not want the position 1 or 2 or 3. I did not understand that because he opted to be a position 3. What do you have to say, Greg, about that?
He knows that he's going to the World Championships in Oregon because he's going to defend his title. But then some of these athletes are looking for a place in the Commonwealth Games to be held in Birmingham. So at least there's something they are fighting for. Kipruto knows that he wanted to show the nation that he's still in the best shape. He's come back. He's better. You can see his performances after 3 races, finishing number 4. He's finished 3rd, and it shows he has the signs of retaining the world title.
I was super impressed by when he indicated right there, just before the 100 meter mark, where he indicated the crowd relax. That has always been his tactic. Looking back into the race, this is the last 200 meters where it was just Kirwa, Keegan Kibiwot, and Conseslus Kipruto. Very good running there. Just before the 200 meter mark, at that hurdle is where Kipruto had lost his step and he had been beaten to it by his compatriots. But going into just after the last water hurdle, he was able to indicate to the crowd that don't worry, I have this one covered. And going into the 100 meters, right behind Kibiwot, he came in very good very good running. And then after the hurdle, he let it go. He did not push. He did not push. He even indicated, you go, proceed, get this position too. I know I'm going to Oregon. I'm going to defend my title. Very good running by the trio, by looking at Kipruto, looking at Kipsang, not Kipsang, looking at Kibiwot, Kipsang, Kigen, and Kirwa. That was a very good 3,000 meter steeplechase run, which was won at a time of 8:17. Don't forgetting the qualifying time is 8:22. Very good race indeed.